Joining us here on desk, our Maersk MVP, cadiaN.
Yeah. Show off the hardware. Lift the hardware up. Let the camera see the hardware, baby.
Let's get a look. There we go.
Yeah, there it is.
Beautiful.
Well,
yeah, it's nice. It's nice.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah. Tough game, you know. They are a super good team, and there's a reason why they've been winning the last two tournaments that they have been participating in. One of them being the major, you know. So definitely a tough opponent, and with our history of the lackluster playoff runs in the last couple of tournaments. I think it does a lot of good for our team to win this one.
In this last map, you looked like you were very much in control. I want to ask you, as a leader, how does it feel to be in the game and you can sense that your calls are correct? How does it feel at the time?
Yeah, it feels amazing. You know, it feels really good. Like, I think when you're in that zone, you have a 8-7 first half, and you're not even worried. You know, like there's other maps, there's other situations where you're like, am I gonna have to call 8-9 T rounds? But when you're feeling the zone and you're comfortable and your teammates are playing well and they're trusting your initiative and stuff like this, then it just feels really amazing to be in the flow, you know. You feel like you're always one step ahead. You feel like the flashbang is always the right one, and yeah, we played an amazing T side, so that was great.
I know you had this like new strategy of like kind of beaming your way past the semifinals for this event, but when you guys woke up today heading into the grand finals, was there something different you guys did? Because like today, you had Yabby popping off with that 4K Deagle on Vertigo. Shush had an excellent Mirage. Tessa's had some crazy rounds here. Shush delivered here again on Inferno. Was the day itself any different?
I think for me it was maybe more last night. We were watching, obviously, who are we going to play? Is it going to be G2? Then we wanted the revenge from the Katowice final, or is it going to be Vitality? Then it's a Rio revenge we want. As all my boys were super tired and we found out who we needed to play, we were preparing, okay, this is going to be these maps, and we knew, fuck, man, they're going to pick Vertigo. And we had some struggles, you know, in this tournament. But then I was just running around on the server and throwing flashbangs, throwing smokes, and I said, boys, I don't know, but I have a good feeling about this Vertigo tomorrow. I have a good feeling. And then the boys looked at me and they were like, that's fucking amazing to hear. Went to bed, we stood up. And I think the thing is also like, I said it to the boys in the huddle before we started, like obviously the losses in the other finals, semi-finals as well, but mainly the finals is sad and it's a disappointment, but what is it also? It is experience, you know, you've been in this position before. Now you also know, hey, it hurts really freaking bad to lose the final, but we've overcome it. We played great CS afterwards. We can handle another loss if it comes, you know. So we just had a lot of self-belief, and I think, you know, the boys also stepped up individually, you know. Like sometimes also when I'm walking, we play the map, win or lose. We walk to outside, we talk a little bit about the map, and the next one we go out, we eat some, and we go to the toilet quickly. And you guys are on the desk, and the TV is on, and you guys are like, yeah, cadiaN's the only one who's not really been crumpling under this pressure. And to some extent true, but I think, you know, like they showed today that their ceiling, you know, when they trust themselves, when...
Yeah. Oh, we've all known it. We can all see it over the
events.
They're
so freaking good, you know, like, and we see it so much in the studio. Like you guys said, you said it, Mike, I think, like, Heroic is the world's best team from Monday to Thursday, and it's completely true. And we need to work on how we make sure that we're also Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And I think there's still some way to go. I think we've seen flaws, you know, especially yesterday, and also on the Mirage today. But the most important thing is we're learning.
I know. We were wondering at the desk, we were debating about, you know, this almost catastrophe that happened in the semifinal and how you really flirted with elimination just to survive it. Was that an extra push? How did that feel for you, feeling like, oh my God, this could have been it, and we're still in the tournament at the time?
Yeah, I mean, I think we've tried that kind of situation just, I don't know why, but a lot of times. Like, I remember the Furia situation as well in Rio. We lost the first map badly. We were leading 15-10 on Ancient as well. And they won 10 rounds in a row. And I think no CS stadium has ever been more fired up than it was there. Yeah. And we still managed to handle the overtime. I think we just still have the calmness of like, we know we can do it. We know we can come back. Other teams maybe very frustrated with it. One thing we talk so much about is, please, the body language, you know. And obviously there are still situations maybe where someone does stuff. But I think on our team, it's so minimal. And I think the body language is so key when the other team starts pressuring you, because if you see your teammates starting to give up, like we see it sometimes when you're watching the stream, we're like, oh, they are going to lose the next few rounds because one guy's like tilting for no reason or way too much, you know. So we talk a lot about that, but I think, I don't know if it gave us anything. Like it definitely also gave us the default wake-up call that no game is over until you hit 16, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I want to ask you a question about the game itself, just because I know it was a little conversation, the little round where you trying to bring that bomb back to the A bomb site.
Yeah, it was really not the plan. Like we had a plan of like pressuring A little bit, and Jabby was gonna smoke, and then he was gonna burn, and then we were gonna execute B. And as we're executing B, and I'm like, yeah, this is gonna be freaking amazing.
See the bomb at ramp?
I see the bump and ram, and I'm like, no. And then I wrote it down. I'm like, should I go A, guys? And they have a feeling that they're being fought pretty hard by basically everyone still on B. So that was why the decision was made. Partially the guy dropping the bump, mainly my fault still. And I think, you know, yeah,
it happens.
Whatever.
Yeah, I was just curious. I think there was plenty of ways.
I wanted to go B there, like, for sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
Talk to me about this crowd, right? You've been leaning into it. You've been playing with them. They've been chanting your name. They've been chanting everyone's name, it feels like. I think ahead of this American tour, you said you sometimes feel like the NA crowd is the home crowd. I think you might feel like that now. What is this crowd to you?
They're amazing, you know. Listen to this. I think, like I said, you know, we have been in plenty of tournaments where we have been the villains because there's been home crowd favorites and stuff like this. And we are getting better at handling it. Still not perfect yet, but we're getting better. But the tournaments where we have had the support, Royal Arena last time, and this time Washington, I at least felt, you can tell me if I'm wrong, but that they were cheering more for us than Vitality.
Yeah,
that's fair.
For sure.
That's fair.
Yeah, I would agree with that sentiment.
And we're feeding well off the positive feedback from the crowd. And you know, they were freaking amazing. You know, changing everyone's names. You could hear them being hyped about the kills and the game. Also, when the other team did it. And you know, the beauty of CS is, I think, you know, it's all fair and square to cheer more for one team or another. But me personally, if I'm in the crowd, you know, I've lost plenty of semifinals, so I could watch the final. And when great plays happen, you know, you still lean back and you go like, whoa, you know. And I love that kind of sound that the crowd makes. And I think, you know, I was not expecting a lot when I came and I saw, okay, it's not that many seats, but you know, the passion that they showed, you know, it's not like there's some Danish fans like of handball, for example. When they and they're just golf clapping, you know. And here you can just hear them, the chants, the energy, they stand up and everything. And I think they've done an amazing job. I really think that NA deserves to have more tournaments coming back to them.
There we go.
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
I'm ready.
Slap that on a poster.
It's healthy. It's healthy for the scene, but also I think that the crowd just constantly delivers, you know.
Yeah.
So for sure they need to blast, and they still need to think about incorporating them on a yearly circuit.
Yeah. Now there's an extra thing you're winning. It's not just the MVP. It's not just the Blast Trophy. It's also a spot in the World Final in Abu Dhabi at the end of the year. So another chance to compete, another chance to raise that trophy, and no need to worry about your spot there.
Yeah, I mean, I was actually looking yesterday at the point system, and I think we were good. You know, like pretty good because we've been so consistent. We've just been scrapping up a lot of points at every tournament. But obviously, securing the direct spot is always nice. But then again, like there's still a lot of question marks. You know, was this the last CS:GO tournament, or was it not?
We don't know.
We don't know. We're about to find out. But like. It's always interesting when it's going to be in a new game.
Sure.
Maybe some things are going to happen. You never know.
Well, it's time to let you go. It's time to let you get to celebrating. Any final words for the fans before you head on out?
Where's the dance party happening tonight?
Ooh, I mean, Jason, you text me, yeah?
Yeah, I'm asking.
I think, you know, just thank you to everyone who's been supporting Heroic from home, and especially here in DC. Been amazing, guys. Thank you so much. I think that we had a great time here, and yeah, just appreciate the support a lot, and hope to see you guys after the summer break again.
Congratulations, man.
Yeah, thank you, guys.